major death in Cobra Kai Season 6 Part 2, the show's co-creator teases that the tragedy will impact the Karate Kid franchise villain John Kreese. Both Miyagi-Do and Cobra Kai have made it to the Seikai Taikai tournament, with more rivalries and tension brewing as the teams attempt to accumulate points to get to the final rounds. Throughout the latest batch of episodes, Kreese's knife, Yuzhangdu, became a key item in the story, which led to Cobra Kai fighter Quan accidentally but fatally stabbing himself following a karate brawl at the tournament. In an interview with The Wrap, co-creator Hayden Schlossberg addressed the significance of Kreese's knife and Quan's death impacting Part 3. He admitted that the creative team wanted to make sure viewers felt nervous about the knife. The co-creator briefly teased that the final episodes would see Kreese deal with the consequences, but didn't elaborate on what would happen. Here's what he said. "We wanted that knife to be something that you're nervous about. We felt that the way we set Quan up in the first part as this new antagonist kid from overseas. So you're just assuming that he's going to be in a final fight or whatever. You think he's going to have that plot armor. We also wanted Kreese to have to see the consequences of some of the choices that he made. You'll see how that reverberates into the last part." Since the inception of the Karate Kid franchise, Kreese has prominently been a key villain, which continued into the Netflix series. The antagonist is cold-hearted and corrupted to the point where he even harms his students when they fail, with Johnny Lawrence being an example of facing those traumas. While Kreese has had moments where he connects with his students, any chance of redemption are tarnished when he returns to his brutal, selfish, and vengeful ways. While Schlossberg doesn't elaborate beyond the brief tease, his comments seemingly confirm that Quan's death may actually impact Kreese. While many players are at fault for the tragedy, Kreese would ultimately be the most responsible due to his hunger for revenge against Terry Silver. Kove's character also played a part in encouraging Quan to become the dojo's leader due to his rebellious and ruthless attitude. Whether Kreese would own up to his part in his death is unclear and remains the biggest question going into the final episodes. One way that Kreese may seek a redemption arc is through the moments before the unfortunate demise. Despite the tumultuous relationship between Johnny and Kreese, Johnny saves Kreese from Terry. Whether that would change the Cobra Kai character is hard to predict due to his history of deception and distrust. However, unlike the past, Kreese is finally seeing the realities of his own actions causing the death of a student. I'm still shocked by the events of Part 2, and I'm curious how the Seikai Taikai tournament will even continue at this point. If the final episodes attempt to show Kreese amending his wrongs, I'm afraid it may be too late to seek any redemption since he always tends to mess up in some way. That said, the comments from the co-creator mean that Kreese's story doesn't end just yet, and the final episodes may have some last surprises about his character. Unfortunately, those new answers won't come immediately, as Cobra Kai's final episodes will not be released until next year. Hopefully, that wait won't take too long. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think about Quan's death in Cobra Kai Season 6 Part 2, and do you really think it will affect Kreese when Part 3 is aired in 2025?